Hello, friends, and welcome into Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey, here to take a look today at one free agent the Ravens, at least potentially, could go out and sign. Now, fan-sided did each team one player the team could go get. For the Ravens, they've went with Olivier Vernon, the outside linebacker edge rusher who played really well for the Browns last season, up until he ended up getting hurt. So on one hand, it does make some sense. There's a lot of talent there with Vernon, as we'll get into. The injury's a big-time red flag, and there's also a lot to consider as it relates to the Ravens' depth, how they're going to handle the outside linebackers and that rush linebacker role, the pass rushers. They've got some young guys. They're kind of unproven. We'll go in-depth on that. First, more on Vernon, right? In 2020, 36 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. His best year in a very long time. Those 9 sacks in only 14 games, mind you, were the most he's had since 2013. Now, he beat out half a sack what he did in 2016, but still, he was immensely productive that year. It was a big step up from what he did in 2019, where he was still decent, still getting to the quarterback, but not nearly as frequent. 3.5 sacks, only 4 tackles for loss. The Vernon we saw in 2020 was a better version. Unfortunately, he suffered a torn Achilles in January, early January, week 17 to be exact. That puts his timeline for a return at least as a question mark. Although we saw the Ravens add Jawan James, an injured player, maybe something similar could happen with Vernon. The biggest roadblock here for the Ravens in terms of going out and adding Vernon is what they have already at the outside linebacker spot. Remember, 3-4 base defense, edge rushers. Pernell McPhee, a veteran who isn't great, but he's been around for a while, brings decent, maybe number 2, number 3 edge rusher potential. What the Ravens are hoping for is breakout years from somebody who's young. I am hyped. I've mentioned this before about Tyus Bowser, former second-round pick, brought back this year. I think it's primed for a big-time year. Can he get to 10 sacks? I don't know, but it's at least worth considering there. They spent a first-round pick on Odafe Oweh out of Penn State, formerly Jason, going back to his original name. Is a raw player, high upside though. You want to get him on the field in some capacity in year one. They spent a 5th-round pick on Dalen Hayes out of Notre Dame. He's going to make the roster, I think, but maybe not. Jaylon Ferguson was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. The goal is for him to be more involved in this team. I just named 5 guys at edge rusher. Are they going to carry 6? Probably not. So there's a numbers game there that makes it a little bit tricky for the Ravens unless they want to trade or release somebody else. So when it comes to Vernon, what do you guys want to do? Get your votes in for me in the comments section right now. Type in Y for yes, you want to go sign him, or type N for no, you want to pass.